What's with these Talibans? Why are people scared? Why are they afraid? Why are they running out? Why do they want to leave? Where would they prefer to become a refugee in another country rather than stay in their country and flourish? Because some of these Hello everyone, you're welcome back to the Positive Moment. My name is Victoria. In case you're joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Instagram and all other social platforms where we're active, including TikTok, Snapchat, and going straight into the business of the day. I want to talk about things you should know about the Talibans and why the Afghans are running away from their country, especially the women. Recently we heard that the Talibans have taken over Afghanistan and changed the name of that country from Afghanistan to the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan. It was actually a very terrible sight to see those graphic images on social media where a lot of people were running out of the country. There was a particular plane that was supposed to convey like 150 people, but at the end of the day it was conveying over 600 people out of the country because they are fleeing. A lot of them are even living without any property, without nothing. They just wanted to live, they just wanted to be free. They wanted to leave the country, and that will make you wonder, why would they want to leave their country? Because a set of people took over the country. You'll be wondering, okay, what's with these Talibans? Why are people scared? Why are they afraid? Why are they running out? Why did they want to leave? Where would they prefer to become a refugee in another country rather than stay in their country and flourish? Because some of these people that are running out, you judge from the way you see them, you know that a lot of them have established businesses going on in Afghanistan, but yet they want to run to safety. You begin to wonder, what's up, what's happening, why are they running away? So today I want to talk about some of the reasons why I think they are running out of their country when the Taliban took over. First off, who are the Talibans? Talibans also mean students, and they are first arose in 1994 after the withdrawal of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1979, but they were defeated by the Islamic fighters supported by the US government as at that time. But eventually they started fighting for full control of their country, and in 1996 the Taliban declared an Islamic Emirate, and they started imposing very harsh interpretations of the Holy Book, and a lot of punishments were meted out to offenders, including amputation, including mass execution, including flogging. Like if you steal, your hand will be amputated, and a lot of petty things, you'll be flogged openly, and there are some penalties that involves killing. It was that harsh on people. Like a lot of people might not be able to cope with that in this 2021. And now I'm talking about as at 1996. That was when all of this were happening, and the Talibans were in full control as at that time. These harsh interpretations of the Holy Book the Holy Book was actually affecting the women more, especially young girls, women and young girls, more than the men. Because back then, as a man, you're actually an important figure, but a woman is not important, and any little thing, you'll be flogged, be executed, be stoned to death, and all of that. Women were not allowed to go to schools. They believed that if you're a woman, you should be indoors every day. You should not just be indoors, but your face, your whole body, every part of your body must be covered. You cannot go out without a male escort, who is either your husband or your relative. You can't go out without a male escort. You can't do anything as a woman. You can't take a job. You can't go to school. You mustn't be seen anywhere. If you, a single girl, are caught with a man you are not married to, it's going to it's if you as a single girl are caught with a man you're not married to, you'll be punished for that, and the punishment includes flogging, includes amputation. Like, there was no mercy, there was no room for negotiation. It was just the way it is. It was just like that. It's either they flog you or they amputate you or they kill you. It was that serious, and it was really really harsh, more on women and girls. And as a woman, you cannot talk in public. You have to always keep your mouth shut. You cannot have an opinion about anything. If is it you that are not supposed to be seen outside? They should not even see you in the first place. How will you even have an opinion if you are not to be seen? You are not to be seen, so what's an opinion that you want to have? So that's how serious it was back then. And also in 2001 instance, about Osama bin Laden, who is the founder of Al-Qaeda back then, and it was really very serious thing, and a lot of other countries around the world actually see Afghanistan as a terrorist country and all of that. So as of 2001, the US government also came into Afghanistan again and tried to came in with their forces, and a lot of lives were lost in that war. And for 20 years the Talibans were no longer ruling because the US military have already invaded Afghanistan and subdued the Talibans, but it was like they were still operating underground. And so it's because they have been operating underground, that's why they can actually gain full control now. 20 years down the line, without Taliban's rule and all of that, everybody, I believe, we have been living in peace. No fear of amputation, no fear of flogging or fear of mass execution and all of that. And women have started going to schools, girls have started going to school, they've started taking up jobs and all of that. But now all of a sudden the Talibans came in again and invaded the whole country. The president of that country actually fled out. He had to run. He had to run for his, I don't know, but I believe he had stayed. Maybe he would have been killed, probably. But he left, and the Talibans have taken full control of the country again in 2021. That's 20 years after. Without Taliban's rule, now they've taken over, and a lot of people are scared. And now I believe the reasons why they are scared in that country is because of these things that I've said about the oppression, about the harsh interpretation, about enforcing. They are forcing them to do things. And now, according to the things that have been flying on social media, it has been established that the Talibans do not support movies, do not support music. So if you are living in that country, you are no longer going to see movies, no music, no movies. I don't know how life would be if you have been living all your life, you'll be watching movies. If you don't have access to movies and music, it actually means you probably won't have access to internet as well, because if you have access to internet, you have access to music, you have access to movies. But if you are banning music, you are banning movies, then it actually means they'll probably ban the internet as well. And that's not a very good place to live in at the moment. No music, no movies. Women can't go to schools. Women that are already has a job, they are going to be forced to leave their jobs. They are going to be forced to leave their jobs, and their male relatives will take over. So whether they are qualified or not, it doesn't matter, as long as you are not supposed to work. I believe that women are only allowed to work in exceptional cases. Women who are health officials are allowed to work, but if you are not an health official, you cannot work. And as a woman, you must always be fully covered. You can't go out, you can go to school, you can get a job, you can do anything. You must just be indoors cooking. You can't do anything. You are just not important. You are nobody. Nobody wants to hear your voice. Nobody wants to see your face. And I believe these people are running out because they don't want their children, their girls, to actually live that kind of life. And they are running out without properties, without anything. And it's really sad. It's really sad in 2021 that people could be running out of their own homeland, out of their own country. I don't know exactly where some of them are running to, whether to the US or to other neighboring countries. But I'm just wondering, everybody can actually not leave the country. Everybody cannot leave. Some people will have to stay back. Although the Talibans are saying that this time around they are not going to be as oppressive as they used to be, that's going to give room to a lot of adjustments and women will this, that. But these people, I don't think they believe them, and because if they believe them, they will run away. Everybody is running out. Everybody is just want a better life for themselves. I really don't understand, or I can't wrap my head around what exactly is behind this whole thing, because I think the world has evolved to an extent that some things should no longer be an issue. Like a girl going to school should not be a threat to anybody, it should not be a threat to any man or to any religion, to anybody. And now I don't even think it's about religion, I think it's about interest, because there are a lot of people practicing this same religion and they're doing fine and they're living in peace and everybody is fine. So I think it's more of a selfish interest thing. It's not the religion, it's personal, it's very personal. Probably you just want to keep the people oppressed or whatever it is. But this is really very sad. This is very sad, and I hope that things will get better in Afghanistan. And I don't know how things will get better actually. If this is happening, I don't know how things will get better. But I am actually very hopeful and very positive that things will get better in that country. And for the people that are running out, I don't exactly know where they are running to, and if the country they are running to are willing to accept them. But there have been a lot of opinions flying around about people accepting them. Some people are like, okay, these people that are running out, when you accept them into their country and they are established and all of that, at the end of the day, they might get to a point where they also start demanding that they have their own leader too, and want to start doing gara in another man's country. And some people are actually scared that they don't want them in their country and all of that. But I don't know. I think we should allow humanity to prevail. These people that run out of their country without property, without anything, is a terrible one. So wherever they settle, I think the people around there, the countrymen, should at least give them room and allow them, and not start thinking that okay, when you allow them, they will start no. Let's forget about all of that. We should not always envisage negativity all the time. Like sometimes you just give room for a benefit of doubt, and we'll be fine. But it's really not a good one. It's actually a very sad story, because while trying to flee the country, a lot of people have lost their life. Because if you see those graphic images, those videos where people were actually climbing a plane, an aeroplane, they were actually hanging on to it because they want to leave the country by all means, and some of them actually fell down from the sky. Like, you should know that it's actually that bad for people to desperately want to leave the country, like desperately to the point of risking their lives, and some of them actually lost their life in the process. You should know that this government that has entered Afghanistan, it's really something very, it's a government none of them want to experience. But I just hope that eventually they will be alright. Eventually everything will be fine and peace will prevail. My prayers and thoughts are with Afghanistan. There are some people that have been posting, pray for Afghanistan, pray for Afghanistan. Some people are like, hey, I will finish praying for our own country. This and this is happening in our country. There's Boko Haram, there's Fulani Herdsmen, there's this, there's that, and why should we pray for Afghanistan? But sometimes it's not just about that. And if you are putting Afghanistan into consideration, it does not in any way stop you from still praying for your country, or still putting your country, or trying to see how things will work out in your own country too. It does not stop anything. It does not stop you. It does not stop anything at all. It does not stop anything. But I just hope that peace will be restored also in Nigeria, because a lot of things that are happening in Nigeria right now is actually causing fear in the heart of so many people. I'm like, okay, this is how these people started in Afghanistan. No, if you are not careful, this, that. But I believe things are going to get better in Nigeria, and our whole security thing and the whole Ula Balu will be resolved. I really hope, I believe in Nigeria. I do believe in Nigeria, and I believe everything will be resolved soonest. Alright people, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for joining us. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, do that right away and click the notification button while you're at it. And also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Snapchat, follow us on all our social media accounts. And I'll also drop the description links to all our social media accounts. I will drop it in the description box, and please click on it and follow us on all our platforms. This is the Positive Moment, sponsored by the Positive Music Entertainment. My name is Victoria, and I will see you again next time. Or rather, you would see me again next time. Bye.